Greetings, kings and queens. Today is April the 16th, 2024, and our subject for this video is Gate 3, Innovation. Difficulty at the beginning, the gates of ordering. Listen, you guys don't want to go anywhere because I'm about to drop some gems, some knowledge, some wisdom, so stay tuned. Guys, I've got 6 key points that I want to discuss with you in this video. Number 1, we want to deep dive into our transit gate 3 of the Sacral Center. Number 2, our challenge for the week while we collectively experience gate 3's energy. Number 3, our journal questions. Write them down. Take a walk with them or even discuss them with your friends. Number 4, our affirmations to help empower us, deepen our faith, and trust in ourselves while navigating this energy. Number 5, our emotional freedom technique. This helps to break habitual programming that has been placed on us by society's conditioning. And number 6 is our Earth bonus that you don't want to miss, so stay tuned to the very end. I'm looking for my people. I'm looking for my tribe. I'm looking for those like-minded individuals who are on what I'm on. And since you've landed yourself in this video, that means that you're on what I'm on. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future human design, deep dive, exploration study videos. Before we deep dive, I want you guys to go ahead and grab your journals, grab your blankets, grab a cup of tea or beverage of your choice, and even grab your charts. If you guys don't have your charts, I've listed a couple of websites that you can go to get your charts for free. So right now, if you're looking at your body graph and you're saying to yourselves, I don't have gate 3 defined in my chart, that is okay. Because for the next 5 days or so, gate 3's energy is available to all of us because we are in transition of it. Otherwise, the other way that you'd be able to get gate 3's energy is by coming into another person's aura with gate 3 defined. If you're then saying to yourself, I have no idea who has gate 3 defined in their chart, that is also okay, because the way to do that is by going to a public place, like a mall food court, a library, a gym, or any public place of that nature, and then possibly someone with gate 3 defined in their charts would come into your aura. I, however, do not have gate 3 defined in my chart. Gate 3 can be found at the Sacral Center. It connects to the root center via gate 60. Together, they create the channel called the channel of mutation. This channel is in the knowing circuit. These channels and gates are generated gate channel types. We will discuss this channel in a later video. We have discussed gate 60 in a previous video, of which I will leave a link to it in the description box. We have discussed the Sacral Center and its correspondences to the Sacral Chakra in the Hindu chakra system, as well as to Vyasa in the Qabalistic Tree of Life in the Gate 29 video. I will leave a link to that video down in the description box as well. Gate 3 is called the Gate of Ordering. An archetypical name is the Sacred Fool. We find this gate on the Aries-Taurus cusp. This gate's human design definition is the fundamental challenge of initiation is to transcend confusion and establish order. This gate's core theme is bringing order to constantly changing circumstances. You have the drive to innovate and change, and to understand that to be truly innovative means to build on what already exists. You will learn that true innovation can only happen when the time is right. On the positive end of the pole, Gate 3 is the energy for bringing order to chaos. Gate 3 knows that the beginning of change is the hardest part and loves to create innovative ways to overcome obstacles and face them with a light-hearted touch. On the negative end of the pole, Gate 3 is the energy for feeling disempowered, disordered, or out of control, and can experience a lot of frustration with God about living in a chaotic world. The key to rising the frequency of Gate 3 is to collect evidence for your ability to overcome obstacles and to face chaos with grace. And if you're really into it, study magic, alchemy, and how to transform works on an energetic level. This leads me to take a closer energetic look at the archetypal Sacred Fool. In the tarot, the Fool is the 0 card of the major arcana. This card's placement on the Tree of Life is path 11, between the sphere of Kether and Hokmah. This path flows into the Pillar of Wisdom and is the energy of chaos. Although the Fool energy itself is androgynous, this is the masculine side of the Tree of Life. The Fool's path is one of foolish bewilderment, moving without a care in the world, with no apparent destination. This path symbolizes the first action toward manifestation. The Fool approaches chaos with a playful energy that, when not knowing what needs to be done, this energy understands that taking the first step is the first lesson that continues to reveal itself with every step taken until completion. It is the energy for taking nothing and turning it into something. Let's put this into some context. Gate 3 is undefined in my chart. However, my sacral center is defined to my splenic center. Although my root center is defined, it isn't defined to the sacral center. I'm saying this to say that Gate 3 is where my energy splits. This means that my energy circuit is not complete. This is called a single split definition. The way that this split circuit shows up in my life is that I will always attract and be attracted to a person who has the socket to my plug, or vice versa. You see, I have Gate 60 defined, but not Gate 3. I often found that this energy showed up as me starting something, but not finishing, or not having the energy to start, let alone finish. When I first started to study human design, I thought that this also meant that my ideal partner would have Gate 3 to my defined Gate 60. Then I decided that that wasn't true. As I delved deeper into human design studies, I found that this was indeed true. Venus placements are where you find what you are attracted to in a partner. This discovery gave me profound insights to why I was having trouble making sense of the chaos and why I was often afraid to start anything. I had plenty of energy for procrastination or lack of initiation or inspiration. I also found myself pushing and trying to fix and change things that either didn't need an upgrade or weren't ready for an upgrade. when I learned that thankfulness for what I already have creates creativity and inspiration, I immediately found myself in an effortless ebb and flow of divine timing. I was no longer anxious for what I didn't have, albeit material things or creative energy. I began to sit in a knowing that it would come in its own perfect time, and I didn't have to do anything to make it happen beyond preparation for the opportunity once it arose. Listen, I am not an expert by any means. I am an initiate, just like y'all. So while y'all are studying with me, I'm studying with y'all. So if any part of this human design study resonates with you, I want you to let me know down in the comments. Give me a high five, a thumbs up, or a heart, or just let me know that you're here. We are challenged this week to learn to trust divine timing and to know that your insights and ideas will be transmuted to the world when the world is ready. Now it's your turn to think about innovation. Get those pens and journals out to write down these journal questions. Where has divine timing worked out in my life? What has waiting taught me? Do I trust in divine timing? If the opportunity to present my ideas to the world presented itself today, would I be ready? If not, what do I need to do to prepare? If you've made it this far, I know by now you're feeling me. If you haven't already, let me get that high five or that heart in the comments. It really helps the channel. If you have any questions or a comment, go ahead and leave me one there. If you comment or question in the first 3 days of this video's premiere, I'll make sure to answer you right away. We only have a few more points to go till we get to the bonus at the end, so hang in there with me. If you are following along in the transcript, affirm with me. I am here to bring change to the world. My natural ability to see what else is possible, to create something new, is my strength and gift. I patiently cultivate my inspiration and use my understanding of what is needed to help evolve the world. I've been working in the Shadow Workbook journal. I want to add a couple of action steps to the EFT. While reciting the EFT, take 2 or 3 fingers. Tap the top of your head, eyebrow, side of the eye, under the eye, under the nose, chin, collarbone, or under the arm. Our emotional freedom technique goes a little something like this. Even though it's scary to take the first step, I now trust the universe and my ability to be innovative and know that I stand on the cusp of fulfillment of my big dreams. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Our Earth bonus is passing through Gate 50. Nurturing. This week, practice taking care of yourself first, without guilt, so that you can better take care of others. Kings and queens, let's remember to treat our bodies well. If we take care of our bodies will take care of us. Let's eat well, rest well, drink 8 glasses of water every day. Let's exercise at least twice a week. Meditate and journal, either in the morning when you wake up or at night before you go to bed. Listen, I really appreciate you for joining me on this human design deep dive into the gate of innovation. I realize that you could have been anywhere else in the world. I realize that you could have been doing anything else in the world. You chose to spend your time here with me in this video. And believe me, guys, that choice does not go unnoticed. Kings and queens, I thank you. Remember to do your own thing. Remember to be your authentic selves. And for those of you who are already doing their own thing and being their authentic selves, thank you for being you. Peace.
King, you can crown me Lord of anything, but one thing you better know about me. Watch me act a fool about me.